Good morning, good evening to everyone. Good afternoon, wherever you're in the world. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate everyone that took their time out their day. Time is your most valuable asset, and I'm glad that you're here because I hope that I add some value to your life, that you get, learn something new, and we all could learn, make comments. We could learn and grow together. All right. As I said before, for some people, I'm just a little bit ahead. All right. Um, and there's others that is higher than me that knows even more and have knowledge. Higher knowledge than where I'm at right now. So there's always room to grow and to make improvements. All right. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. I have to give my disclaimer every time. Do not take it personal. It is what it is. For anyone that makes content like this, we have to give our disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. Seek a financial advisor in your area. Seek a professional. Seek someone that knows what they're doing. They knows their work. All right. Um, Seek a professional, someone that's proven. Do not listen to me for financial advice because I am not a financial advisor. If you think I'm giving financial advice, you're wrong because I'm not doing that. All right? Okay. I would like to introduce, it was requested, my channel was, this is mainly for the trader, but I had a friend, request, and I made this already last summer also, but a friend, he wanted to do a long term. He don't understand this trading stuff, and he's more for the long term. So I developed this already last year that I think ahead. Anyhow, this one is for the long term, guys. Alright, I'm going to release this today. Alright, it's packed. You know how I go about doing long term, right? It's more looking to fundamental trading or investing. You know, I will put my technical analysis skills with fundamental skills. So I would look into the company in depth. I'll try to do some research on them. You know, Trading View already have data for you, earnings, right? Tesla new car, you have news, right? Income statement, performance, stuff like that. I don't trust this, and I don't trust this. Usually, in my opinion, not good. All right. Um. But the other information is good. So, all right, you have the data, you access the news and so forth. You do your own Google research, whatever. All right. More info. Let's look at that. So you look into those things, but on the technical side, right? I'm gonna use my technical analysis on my technical side. All right, and what I'll use if I'm doing long-term investing, I am looking at the golden and the dead cross. All right, when the 50 SMA cross above the SMA 200, it is the golden cross. It's considered a bullish signal, right? Considered again. There's no holy grail. I'm gonna keep saying that. We be all rich with American or wherever you are dream, and a cat and a dog and the 2 3 cars, right? There is no holy grail. We be filthy rich, right? But this is considered a bullish signal, right? So I'm gonna give you my opinion and what I observe about the golden cross, right? And now the dead cross is when the 50 cross below the 200 SMA is the dead cross. You could also use EMA. Exponential moving average is more refined than SMA, simple moving average. You could do your research on those things. Alright, I have to keep this video short, but I could get into that in another video. Otherwise, some people don't want to watch a long stretched out video, right? Attention span might not be there. It might. It depends. So I like to try to not have some 1 hour long video, because these topics could go on and on and on. All right, let's get back to that, right? I notice that how I'm gonna say this, my experience is it's accurate, and the golden and the dead cross, if I'm going long term, it's a little bit late, right? It's a little bit late. Let me take these go to my I'm gonna take my my signal system. Alright, I'm trying to just give you the SMA so you not get confused, right? I have other system too. This is nice. I'm gonna leave that on. I'll leave it off for now. I'm not gonna try to confuse anyone. I have the VWAP. I have alerts already set in to get you alerts. Alright. Alright. See, this is it's very packed. You could, same thing like the others, you could move it around. Let's put it here, and we have to volatility filters is well compared. I made it last summer again, right? So I know it seems like I don't know how to navigate my own indicator, but I don't use this. I use my other indicator. This was made for the long-term person. That was what it was made for. And I have indicators already packed with. It's made specifically for a specific person or group of people, I would say. Alright, so the 50 and the 200 SMA, right? 8 and 21 SMA, and I could design it. I will update it, put the EMA, exponential moving average. I was trying to keep it simple, right? You can use that too, right? And I have my alerts. I have my VWAPs, but with the VWAP, you're looking at a daily chart. It doesn't help you too much, right? What is there? You're looking at the weekly. It's not gonna help you with the VWAP. All right, just let you know. You're gonna do the analysis from. You're gonna do the analysis from the daily, weekly, or monthly. If I'm going long-term investing, So look at the, let me get the, so look, this is the cross right here. Alright, this is the cross. Can you see that? It tends to go a long way when it does cross. That's why I call it golden cross. It's golden, you know, I guess. I say I guess because, you know, I know what it does. I don't know exactly if maybe it was just made for gold. I don't know, but it's golden. It's self-explanatory. You can see that, right? Bing, you're late because the action already happened already, but you're still in the game, and you're gonna go a good distance. Now let's get the ruler to see the percentage from when it crossed to about the top. That's 100, how much? 33, no, 33.15%, right? And today I'll get the candles for the people that like the candles, right? Say candles, right? And now we're going down. See, the candles just kind of, for me, hard. I just don't. But anyway, I create a a program also to have lines and candles. You could have lines and candles without a program. If you have a EMA or SMA, you could just set it to the lowest settings and you could have that. So let's go back to the indicator and I'll show you. So like if you had the option to change from the 8 or the 21, you just put it to like 1 and you could, anyway, went off topic. Show table. Alright, and I have the arrows for when I cross. So if you can't see, I'll get like a vertical line. You'll see this is where it crossed, right? See that? Make it thicker. See? So you'll have right here, if you can't see, we'll show you when it crossed, and then you'll have your dead cross. So this, let's see, this is Tuesday the night, this is in 2025 September 16, 2025. Had a golden cross, and look how long it lasted, right? 2025, right? But you're a little bit late, alright? But you're going long terms. Alright, look at the weekly. Look at the crosses right here. Let me go back to the lines. Get this candle stuff out. Look right here. Let's get the pen again. Go on my shortcut. Right here is the cross. Alright, you see it. See it? Cross. And on the weekly, that was 2025, and look at the trend, goes up, 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 up. So for the long term, guys, I will just do the golden cross and the dead cross. The dead cross is the opposite, the inverse. Alright, I'm just gonna go down to like the 1 minute, so you'll see a dead cross. And time frames are fractal. Right, so it's pretty much showing you the same thing, just faster. Alright, so I need to get an example of a dead cross right here. So here's the dead cross with the red show the cross for you. Zoom in, see right here, get my pen, brush, look right here, see that? Vertical line, see that? Boom. Alright? And what happens? What happens? Goes down eventually, right? Dead cross. So that's all I would do if I'm doing long term. Look at the fundamentals and I'll just wait for a golden or dead cross. Now I have a little bit more knowledge, so I could go ahead before a golden cross or dead cross happen, right? But it's, you know, just a little bit more knowledge, and I have other indicators that I made, right? But for the long-term people, find something with substance, with value, do your research, and that's what I would do. All right? So look, dead cross, right? And look what happened to the stock. Tesla, it went down, went back up, and it's touched the 200, which is the red one. Alright, so we went over that. Let's go into, you could also, this is more, 8 and 21 is more for the traders, right? That's what I'll do. So it was requested, so I'm gonna publish this today, right? VWAP is not gonna be so useful for you on a higher time frame. Alright, let's go over my multi zig lines. Let me take off the VWAP. Let me take off all the other lines so you can see clearly. Alright, I'll take off the arrows tool. Take off the VWAP, and I have my multi-zig zag. Alright, I'm gonna release it, although it's not perfect. See this right there? So that's my disclaimer with my multi-zig. It's not perfect. I had it, created it the way I created it, that way. It's not a perfect zigzag, so it got its own name, right? So you could see. So let's go back to candles and look at your multi-zigzag, right? And then see that have that it's multi-zig because see it's multi-zig. I got different lines going different places, not the typical zigzag. See that? Alright. Alright. I go back to it. It's a multi-zig, and I have my patterns. So I like to build, I like to have indicators with a lot of different options in it. Need some good internet speed though when you have a lot of options in your indicator. So now this part of the multi-zag system, I have these dots, right? Also, right? My patterns, right? I'll go back from there. So I have this system. It was its own indicator, so it's just a visual thing. It looks cool, and you get to see tops, bottom, and see that? It's cool. It's not a constricting thing, it's just following what's made already, right? So that's my that's part of my zigzag system, right? So you have the option to use that. um, volatility filter. All right, you have your colors that you could change your colors. You turn off the rows. So if it's too messy for you, you have the ticker. If you're lost, you don't know what the ticker is. The ticker is there. I mean, the symbol is Tesla. You know, price row or VWAP not helping you. I don't need to see that. You have the VWAP delta, right? Um, explain a little bit what the VWAP delta is for those that don't know. So the VWAP delta, well, VWAP stands for volume weight average price. All right, you can do the research on that. VWAP delta is simply the current close price minus the VWAP value. It tells you how far above or below VWAP the price currently is. Alright, I have it shown in dollars and percentage. Right, if the delta is positive, the price is trading above VWAP, generally bullish intraday. If the negative price is below VWAP, generally bearish intraday. It is shown up in your info table. Right? And then I also have this market, you know, my disclaimer on this, right? You're supposed to be able to train yourself to see it, but I'm trying to help people, so I have it says sideways, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna be 100% accurate all the time, but I created it. Market, see the time frame changes it, right? So if you can't trust that, turn it off. Right? I could just take it out the program, but I'm not gonna do that yet. If I choose to, I choose to. Or we could vote on it. I think we should vote on it. Send me emails. You like it, you don't like it. Send me feedback. Alright? But that's it for this one. 50, 200. Alright? Could give more later. I have my signal system. That's my if you want to call it an algo, this math, how I calculate things. And you have your pullback and your signal, my signal system, right, which is different than the 200, all right, and 50 that I told you before. All right, my signal system goes in threes. It's the first signal, and normally you have another signal like here. So once you see the first signal, I'm gonna go based on how I created my math, right? And I'm waiting for the second one, and when the third one's, then I am going to regress and relax, sell, all right? Because that's the way I designed it. It's my signal. That's how I'm gonna say proprietary signal system. I'm having a hard time. It's cold. All right. So that's that for this video. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone. Let's look at the screener real quick. Just find something hot. Say something was hot today. All right, and let's see what's going on. What's this? All right. This one was crazy. Look at that percent. Okay, let's see what's this. All right, stuff like this action is 4 a.m. in the morning. Right. Look at it. Market bullish. All right. Let's go to the daily. Bullish. 52 range. All right. So that's. I said thank you very much, but I need to talk about that. All right. I'm going back 52 candles. No, not 52 candles. Apologize. It's 252 bars. Call them candles, right? So that's the look back period on this 52 range. So for each time frame, we're counting backwards 252 candles, and that's how I'll come up with that range. It's not the range that you know, right? Not whatever you probably read in a book somewhere. That's my range, right? All right. So I'm gonna release that today, and yeah, this is it for the long-term people. Try to keep it simple. You go once you save your chart, Control S. Once you don't show this, don't show that. You're gonna have it how you want it. So whatever you don't like to see, you can even take out the whole chart system if there's a problem, high lows and all of that. Whatever you don't want to see. All right, just take them out. All right. You have your alerts. You will get your text message, right? Which is built in the trading view. Get a notification on your phone. Just say text or get email. Right? I'm not sure if you get text. I know I get email. How you set it up, right? You get notification if you have the app, right? All right. I want to talk about the highs and the lows, right? So the high and low table, it takes the built-in high and low value from the current candles and display them format as a dollar amount separate by a slash. For example, if you would show something like 152.30 slash 148.75. So it's just the built-in high and lows from the current candle. It's no average, no look back, just a single current candle high and low. On a daily chart, that would be the day's high and low. On a 5-minute chart, it would just be the 5-minute candle range, which is probably not very helpful, right, to you long-term traders. So I'm trying to be a little bit professional today and speak. But anyhow, so that's that. Highs and lows. It's not typical high and low that you probably read in a book. Alright. So that's it. That's it. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Let's look over the NASDAQ real quick. I want to show the golden cross some more. And the dead cross. So look, let's gonna go on the daily or the weekly. Alright. You could change the color for the crosses, but look, this is in July 2025, right? Around July-ish, right? Till now, look, it works. Alright. Let's look on the weekly. It started in 2023 in the weekly. So long-term people, right? NASDAQ, see? You got your, well, it's not a complete golden cross here because look, it went down and it didn't create a dead cross, but we could go all the way back on a weekly to when it actually did it. When it actually did it, 2010. In 2010. So you see that in 2010 when you're looking at the weekly chart. All right, that's was the golden cross. All right, so you long-term people, all right, it works. So when I said in the other video, investing is different than trading, right? And yes, you could use the golden and the dead cross to trade on some lower time frame, all right, but that's how I would approach it. I'll approach it, right? These are tools for you to use, your visual tools, right? So you're not guessing anymore. And your friend told you to buy this and to buy that, and you don't even know why you're buying it. You just do it. And now you could look at a chart and analyze for yourself, right? And make your own decision. And don't be a follower. Do whatever you want. But I'd rather be an outlier, not a liar. An outlier. You know, you look at your plots. Remember high school? Your TI 83 plus. You had your outliers. You know, that's not in the trend. You know, rather be that than following. All right. So, thank you again. I know this will be the last ending. Thank you. Appreciate everyone. All right. Come back again. Hit the like, subscribe button, share. All right. Thank you.